What's good, YouTube? Welcome back to another episode of What Are They Cooking, the series where we showcase the craziest Edison Format decks that you, the audience, have sent in to the channel. As always, if you got a replay that you think is cool, you want to see featured on one of these segments, you can go to the Discord in the description and post it in the Edison Format Replays channel. Now, starting off, we have a build that is obviously heavily inspired by some Zeuxid technology, and that is the Sasuke Samurai thing with Creature Swap and Mystic Box. Zeuxid's build is more of a quick draw dandy warrior take, but this is a frog version of the deck, so we're going to see what exactly this build is capable of. We're going to draw into Creature Swap for turn, just going to set Scapegoats and pass. This is obviously a really good setup because we have Substitute in our hand, and Sub plus Scapegoats equal mad value. We're going to use one of the goats to block an attack. I guess, I don't know, you could have just had an extra card there, but I'm going to opt not to take 1,000 damage. Figure this is enough dupe frogs, probably. So we're going to swing in for 21 as well. The opponent is taking all this. Okay, I think they're taking all this. Yeah, probably not going to Battle Fader at this point. And then we should end up with, what, at least like double dupe. And then maybe also a uni. Yeah, we have a uni too. Oh, man, that was... Scapegoat Substitute play is just absolutely wild. The opponent's going to do their own sub thing, but it's a lot worse because they drew one of their dupes. And, well, they just didn't have goats mostly. But we're going to go for a Mystic Box. That's going to allow us to take out the dupe frog. And now we're going to get to see the Sasuke Samurai combo. It's kind of like Yamata, actually, if you think about it. But it's better / worse? I don't know. We're going to Creature Swap. They give us back the Sasuke. We could have just Creature Swapped again. Why didn't we just Creature Swap again? Alright, whatever. We're going to hit over the thing, and we're going to pass. Opponent's going to summon and bounce back, and they're going to pass. No one wants to hit into the Sasuke. That's sad. I want to see the Sasuke go off. Alright, we Tribute Summon Rise, hit the back row. Threatening Roar is chained, and now we're just going to pass. We have an obnoxious field the opponent's going to have to deal with. They take out our dupe. Dupe's going to go into swap, and then the opponent's going to bounce back their guy, which we could also do. We're going to Creature Swap. Now we give them the Sasuke. We're going to set our trap cards, special to swap, attack, and now we get to draw 6 cards. Absolutely incredible. Draw 6. Okay. Oh, man, Sasuke, what a funny card you are. What a funny card you are. It kind of does take an obnoxious setup. You have to give it to the opponent. You have to be able to ram in and not get disrupted. But if you accomplish it, man, drawing like up to 7 cards, it's just such a ridiculous effect. It is kind of like a higher payoff, maybe more difficult Yamata, whereas Yamata only lets you draw up to 5. But drawing till you're up to 7, man, that's just wild. Opponent's going to summon a Malicious Edge. We are going to take it out with Geki Break. We have this problem, though, where we have this set back row we kind of want to get rid of. We're going to go into Urbellum, try to rip, but I feel like they could have dropped Gorz there, but they don't want to eat the hand rip, which I get, so they're just going to Battle Fader. And then go for Caius. Caius, our monster, we take 24. We're actually not in a great spot, despite drawing 6 cards earlier. And we draw into a 1-for-1. And apparently we just concede. Did we not have a single level 1 left in our deck, maybe? I don't know. Alright, we're going to go summon Swap Frog. Swap, send the Treeborn. Opponent goes E-Call Stratos. They have definitely sided in some hate for this matchup. That's something we're going to have to worry about. Let's see, what do they Mind Crush? They Mind Crush Caius, just randomly, and we don't have it, and then they lose one of their Vanity's Fiends. We're going to bring back Treeborn, activate Rhoda. Oh no, here it comes, here it comes. We're going to give them the Sasuke. We're going to special out the Swap Frog. We're going to set our Book of Moon, and now we're going to draw 5 cards from our deck. Oh, what a ridiculous Sasuke. You are an absurd card. We're going to attack directly for a bunch of damage, bounce our guy, set Regeki Break, set another Book of Moon, pass. The opponent is just like, nope. Nope, stop drawing this many cards. Stop drawing this many cards. Okay, summon swap, 1-for-1 sub, turn 1 dupe frog plus sub. Okay, so they're kind of greeting it, but it's gonna work out for them. Looks like they don't have uni though. Or at least they didn't go into uni. We're going to end phase Geki, break the back row, pitch you the DD Crow. Now we go for Mystic Box, give him the guy, attack, and it is time to draw 6 cards from our deck. Alright, we get they bounce back the Sasuke with the Swap Frog, I guess. That's decent. And we're going to special our own swap, probably summon the Vanity's Fiend, attack over, and the opponent. What's all these DD Crows? Is that even that good in the frog match? I don't know. Alright, well, they're going to dust shoot, and I guess they just take our Sasuke, but now you're getting creature swapped. You lose that. We hit over some damage. They need to draw a tribute monster. They just draw a hero. That's going to get run over, and it's not looking good. It's not looking good for the opponent. We're going to Geki Break, summon another Vanity's Fiend, and that is it. I kind of like it in the frog matchup, you know? The creature swap kind of has some inherent synergy with the Treeborn as well. So, hey, you got some cool stuff going on here. I like it. I like it. Okay, moving on to the next deck. We've got Skull Lair Turbo, it's called. It's actually like a borderline Monster Mash deck with Magical Merchant. But I've never seen this sort of deck with Skull Lair, and I thought it was pretty cool. So we're going to attack. The opponent shows us their back row. Unfortunate for them. We now know that the other card doesn't do anything. So they're going to swing into our set Merchant. And we get to mill. We mill Malicious, and we get Solemn. See, it's weird. We're definitely playing like some spell traps in here because there's got to be multiple Skull Lairs. And there's Solemn. I think there's some other stuff too. We're now going to Ryza the set Star Lair. The opponent just like scoops. They just scoop. Bricking against trash. We got some toxicity in the chat. You wouldn't be bricking if you weren't playing crappy cards like Starlight Road in your deck, by the way. So we're going to special out Quick Draw and then Tribute Summon Caius, but we get Torrentialed. Pretty mid-torrential, considering we target their future fusion, so it's kind of whatever. They go for Prisma. They reveal Grand Neos, send Grand Mole. So they're definitely playing a little bit of a unusual Hero Beat build. It's at least just like Hero Beat with Prisma stuff, so you can send Ocean to set up Absolute Zero. You could also hypothetically main the one Cyber Dragon and have that as an option to go into Fortress with Prisma. We're going to dad into their Gem Spark, kind of unfortunate for us. Opponent now going to go in with the Alias. Do we flip up the Skull Lair? We do. We take out the Alias. That's going to cost us our Malicious, though. We try to summon out the Lila, but that eats a Hero Blast. Pretty unfortunate. Opponent goes now normal summon, activate Miracle Fusion, and we are out of gas for our Skull Lair. We draw for turn. We go for the Gallus the Star Beast. We hit a Card Trooper, which would have been nice to draw in this situation, because now we're going to have to force out this Gem Spark rather suboptimally. That being said, we can stay alive by using the Skull Lair to pop the Stratos here, because we do now have enough fuel for that, but it's going to cost us a lot of monsters to banish. We are going to take 25, get pretty low. We set Raikou. Raikou's a good draw. The opponent messes up the attack order, and so we get to pop the Absolute Zero and stay alive. Now we activate Charge of the Light Brigade, add another Raikou, which we will then set and pass. The opponent draws into Starlight Road. We hit the new back row, but unfortunately we hit the dead card. We're now going to Skull Lair, pop their guy, go into Armory Arm, try to attack. So we are back on the offensive. Tons of fuel for our Skull Lair. The opponent activates Upstart, sets a couple, and passes. Now they're going to deprison our guy. Set, pass. We go for the Ryza on the back row. Ballsy play, but it's going to work out. Opponent takes 24. Now we're probably going to get Mirror Force, but no, we go for Stardust. Bring down this Chaos Sork, attack. The opponent compulses in the start of battle phase, which pretty obviously telegraphs Mirror Force. But they could also be just pretending to have Mirror Force, so we're going to choose to attack. And unfortunately, they do actually have the Mirror Force. We'll now use the Skull Lair to take out that Honest. And we drew another Skull Lair, which doesn't do much. The opponent draws into the third Miracle? The second Miracle. Okay. We're not getting sacked that bad then. And we can use Garden to stay alive, set Merchant. However, the knock is going to regrettably end the game. If that Merchant had gone off, though, maybe we'd have still been in it, because we could have built more stuff for the Skull Lair. So, yeah. Here we go for charge. Just get into the Raikou. We are getting mold, though, so we're going to need to do something a little bit more proactive. We summon out the Lila and attack for 17. End phase mill 3. Opponent going to Mole. Again, they still don't really have a hero. We go for Skull Lair. That's going to take out the Mole. And they chain Typhoon to take out the Skull Lair, but we Solemn Judgment their Typhoon on our Skull Lair. So the Skull Lair shall remain. Now we Lila the back row, but it's stupid, useless Starlight Road again. This card has been worthless every time. Okay, I'm done complaining about Starlight Road. We're going to try to Skull Lair again, but they actually Gem Spark it. And now they knock our back row and pass. Are we able to switch this back yet? No, apparently not till next turn. We end phase mill 3. We mill a Dandelion. They draw into Alias, which is very good for them. We now go for our Merchant. And Merchant is going to mill a lot of stuff. We get another Skull Lair. We drop Sork. That's going to force out the Gemini Spark. We can go for Quick Draw. That's going to force out the Hero Blast. And I think we just set stuff now. Probably. Yeah, we set everything. Opponent draws into Storm, though, which is so good. So very good for them. They swing over our guy. And they set a back row and pass. We draw. That's a good quick draw. I feel like we should have hit the back row. We definitely 100% should have hit the back row. We like completely threw the game by not hitting the back row there. We get another Mally from our deck. Okay, maybe that keeps us alive, but I don't know what we're top decking here to not lose. I guess we're not in that bad of a spot. We draw another Skull Lair. Is that our third one? Is that our third one? We take out one of their monsters. We take out two of their monsters. Skull Lair is going hard. We draw Dad. It's just live. Oh no. Oh, opponent, it's so rough for you. Okay, they can summon Alias, swing. We're going to Skull Lair, pop the Alias. All right, well, we're going to try to kill the back row with Dad. It gets compulsed. We drop Gallus. Shouldn't we be milling one here? Oh, we normal summon Gallus. Okay. Opponent draws into a dead trap dust shoot. We're just poking with a bunch of little guys, hoping they draw another dead card, I guess. We're down to one card in deck, and we draw another Gallus. And we attack, and we go for game. That's wild. That is wild. Well, that was that was Skull Lair stuff. They do play a lot of spell traps for a Gallus deck, though. You gotta admit. I guess at least they're not playing Witch, so you can get away with it a little bit better. Look how much of their deck they banished. They banished like 30 cards. All right, crazy. Next up, we've got we've been on a tear with the insect decks lately, so we got one more. This is like Underground Arachnid Turbo, so I think it's using like Krebons and Plague Spreader as your Dark Tuners, and then you use that plus a level 4 insect, and you can make the Underground Arachnid, which is like a 2500, but it has 1,000 eyes, restricts plasma kind of effect. It doesn't gain any attack, but it just like yoinks things. And we're going up against Vayu Turbo, and they open Hamster Dust Shoot, so we just concede. Which, yeah, I can kind of see that. We were not in a good spot. So, we're going to go set Storm, set Raikou. Opponent activates a lore, summons out the Armageddon Knight, sends Necrogarda, and just sets a bunch. We get shooted again. Not such a big deal in this situation. We probably just, we get a +1 out of our Storm, summon Howling Insect, crash. Do we play a 14 Recruiter, or are we just crashing a bunch of... Let's see what we go into. I don't know what we're going into. We can just go into... Do we play something big? Do we play like one Airbellum or something? I don't know. We're just filling up our graveyard. Okay, we're just going to main phase 2, pop it, and then make a Synchro. Alright, well, we got a lot of insects down there now, and the opponent does have Storm, so they can take out our back row, but they kind of stormed for no reason there. I really don't like when people do that. It's become like an epidemic. It used to be bad, but I swear just like everyone now just like uses their back row removal with absolutely no purpose in mind. They just like use it the second it looks good. Alright, we're going to Lila, pop the back row. The back row wasn't very useful. We mill 3. Opponent draws into a Compulse. That's pretty good. It gets rid of the threat, at least. We're going to E-Telly, get in for some damage, and then main 2, we're going to make a Synchro. Unfortunately, we still can't make the Underground Arachnid. However, the opponent top decks into a Sirocco, so now they can Brain, attack, Tribute, set. Tribute set's pretty good, because now it's not going to get banished. We have to swing into it. But we have Guard now. We stack for Plague. We're going to Dark End the freaking... No, we're not going to Dark End it. Okay, thank God. Because we know it's Sirocco. Probably. Or Caius. Either way, it's better than Thought Ruler. Now we set... Fossil Dyne is good. It'll get rid of our special summon monsters, which is what it's going to do. We're going to take 1,200. We're actually saving the Torrential Tribute, though, in a bit of a greedy move. Going to set the Power Well, which doesn't do much. Let's see. Yeah. We got a Torrential... Okay, Lair Wire is really good. Are we just going to Lair Wire? No, we're not. Might as well hold the Lair Wire, I guess. Should probably set this Crow. I feel like we're holding our stuff too long. We're going to summon this Torrential. That gets judgmented. Alright, they Raikou. We Lair Wire the set monster. It's going to take out the Trooper. We're not in a great spot here. We can pay 800 to negate some attacks. And then we can go Brain Control, steal the Dyna, and then just attack for game. What a silly ending to game 2. Alright, moving on then to game number 3. Opponent opens T-set with Raikou. Okay, pretty standard. We're going to summon Lila, pop, end phase, mill 3. Figure we got the value out of the Lila. If it dies now, whatever. Opponent's going to go Rhoda for Greffer. The Crow could actually go pretty hard here. Let's see, they're just going to send Gardna. So we're definitely going to be... Oh, damn, Soul Release maybe could be a thing, but they drop Dad. We got to get rid of that Dark Arm Dragon. We can make Underground Arachnid, right? We can make Underground Arachnid and use, like, Priority and just steal the Dad. So that'll do it. And it looks like that is what we're going to be doing. Do we attack? Do we dare? Can we protect this thing with its effect? Blah, blah, blah. If this card would be destroyed by battle. Also, only by battle. So they could have Mirror Forced us. But they're just like... They're kind of greeting their Mirror Force here. Which I think was a bad move because they would have won. They would have won. And now Soul Release is going to be awesome. We cannot equip multiple guys. Maybe they misread this card and thought that they could protect it with the equip spell. And that's why they're just never Mirror Forcing it. Well, yeah, it just says by battle, right? Once return, this card will be destroyed by battle. They must have just misread Underground Arachnid. I feel like that's what happened. Obviously, yoinking the dad is really good there, but we can't protect ourselves with Mirror Force. We're going to try to solemn their burial, but they solemn us back. They put their stuff back. We end phase Dust Tornado, and there goes that Mirror Force. Now we Raikou pop their guy and flip summon, normal summon, and that's going to be it. Alright, a little bit of a misstep by the Vayu player there in game number 3, and the Underground Arachnid deck is going to take it. Alright, this is another, like, Destiny Hero Plasma Turbo thing, but this one's kind of unique because it's playing freaking Metabo Globster, which... I know I haven't read this card, so I'm pretty sure that none of you have, but when you tribute it for the Tribute Summon of a Dark, you get 3 tokens. And those tokens also cannot be tributed for the Tribute Summon of just anything. It looks like we're also playing Doomsday in here. So we go Armageddon, Send to Malicious. Obviously, I mentioned it's kind of like a Destiny Hero deck. Pretty sure we're on like D-Draw and stuff with the multiple plasmas. And we're going up against Blackwings. Opponent is going to summon Gale the Whirlwind and have our guy and then try to run it over. We Torrential here. It's kind of an awkward spot because... You feel like you have to Torrential if they have Icarus to set behind it, maybe. Otherwise, you're just going to lose your Torrential in whatever play you have. But in this case, they don't have the Icarus behind it, so it kind of looks like it's just a bad Torrential. Or a suboptimal Torrential, anyway. We're just going to set the Globster, set the D-Prison, and then hopefully try to protect our guy. We have a Plasma now, so I think we got to prison this, and then go for the Tribute Summon Caius. And then the Globster's going to be Chainlink 1, I guess. We get 3 tokens. We could trade in here to draw, or we could just save the Plasma, which is kind of what we want since it's our win con. We're going to go E-Call Stratus at Double Dude. I guess we play this so we can have a searchable Tribute Summon to use with the Globster. Also, it spawns its own tokens, which kind of makes sense, but of course, I feel like you could have just gotten another Plasma to use with the trade-in. And Plasma is like your main win con as well. So the opponent does have an out. Of course, they can just collude over it here. So we're going to be taking 100 damage. We draw into Double Dude. We get colluded. Okay, we set Mirror Force pass. Opponent goes for Upstart. They swing. Probably just take the damage and hold our Mirror Force. We draw to D-Draw. Okay, there's our second Plasma. We could just trade in this. We're going to Typhoon. We're trading. There goes our third Plasma. We're going to trade it again. So we're also on Vasky. That makes sense, because the tokens that we get are indeed Dark Monsters as well, so it totally makes a lot of sense to play Vasky in here, because Vasky kind of just, like, better. I don't want to say better. It's, like, equally good, I guess. It's just, like, different. So, yeah, it makes sense that we were on Vasky, though. I definitely approve that choice. We draw into Rhoda. Are we out of Rhoda targets? Do we not play Diamond Dude in here? Well, the opponent doesn't draw anything, so they're just going to concede. Oh, was that just a best of 1? Unfortunate. That deck was so cool. I will keep it in anyway, but try not to submit best of 1s in the future, people. As always, be sure to like, comment, and subscribe. Furthermore, if you enjoy my content, you should think about becoming a channel member. You get access to tons of bonus content, and it's a great way to help support the channel.